And hello to Mel Camp. And Mel, I know with more and more people out everywhere in Western New York, I know you had the chance to kind of put your finger on the pulse of what a lot of people are thinking concerning last week.
Yeah, I mean, it was such a big week, and I was interested to see what people thought about what needs to happen moving forward and what they've learnt during this time. And so, yeah, I hit the streets, and this is what a few people had to say.
People aren't destroying our community. Like, our people aren't destroying, like, Buffalo community. They are trying to make a change in our community for the better. Black lives do matter. Police brutality has to end. Right now, the businesses that were affected by this riot were casualties of change. Like, they needed to happen in order to get people listening. And guess what? There are now people listening.
I think now is the time for us to really be quiet and learn from everything that's going on, and that this isn't going to change overnight. These protests are not about just one person individually. It's not solely for George Floyd. This is not solely for Breonna. This is a systematic change that needs to happen.
A lot of people were asking to defund the police because if hospital workers can't get simple materials like masks, latex gloves, and stuff like that to protect themselves, why are police getting riot gear for peaceful protesting?
I hope all of this will come together. Everybody will all come together and just stay civil. We can have our neighborhood the way it was, because all here on Elmwood, it's just vandalism. They're all looting places, destroying other people's businesses that they worked hard for.
You can't keep people cooped up for too long. I mean, the quarantine was imposed for well over 2 months. Of course people are going to go out and riot, especially, all they have is the media access, so they see what's bad that's going on in our nation.
Exciting isn't the right word because it's very scary at the same time, but this is a very energizing moment in history, especially as a young person, because we haven't seen anything like this in my lifetime, and it's really a time to just kind of, especially as a young white woman, to step back, listen, and learn.
We all got to come together. Stop being racist or prejudiced or black, white, or whatever. Just come together. Be a friend. Your neighbor's my neighbor.
I think that there are a lot of businesses that are doing something right now that are just trying to create a Band-Aid, but this is not a Band-Aid situation. This is a time for every business to kind of like take a step back, look at their situation, look at their teams of leadership, and really say, are we being inclusive enough right now? Because for the most part, probably not.
We forget veterans so very often that they have PTSD. I'm a psychology major at Canisius College. Once you've been through a traumatic experience and you have PTSD, anything close to that experience will always set your brain off to do what it needs to do to survive. And it's upsetting because there's so many veterans that are homeless on the streets, that get treated like crap even though they have fought for our country and should have the utmost respect. There's ones that go into police force that use brutal tactics for no reason because they get put back in that same mindset of when they had to fight for their lives overseas. Like, it's one of those things that we need to do better as a society for mental health, for black folks, to end the way that police treat people and the brutality of it all. Like, there's so many things that we need to reform in our society, and we need to start from the ground up and work.
We're learning from it. We haven't learned, but we have now. So as a city, I think that, with our the police officers and people of authority, things will have to change. They will have to change. And they are. We just have to sit and wait under curfew and quarantine.
Quite introspective, Mel. It was great that you had so many people comment. Thank you so much for that.